What's up, guys? Cover here. Um, Today in this episode, I just wanted to show you my new painted Canadian set. After the Canadian expansion came out for Global War, or it's still not out yet, but the idea came out. Um, I got an idea for adding Canada to my game, and after looking at a siredbloods bloodbath rule set, I was inspired to finally paint up my Canadian army. And they came out really well, and I was really proud of myself for getting all this stuff painted up in only one day. So, yeah, that was pretty good. Um, so this set will work as both for Global 40 and Global 36. Yeah. So, right here we have the Canadian Navy, submarine. We've got the destroyer there, light cruiser, battle cruiser, a fleet carrier, and a battleship. This is really just for global. Axis and Allies Global 40, because in Global War, where the battle cruiser and light cruisers will be used, Canada doesn't really have that much money. Here's a few transports, light carrier. That might be used in a Global 36. They can afford that sometimes. And submarine. Next up, we just have some anti-aircraft guns and artillery. The artillery is from the FMJ Italian set. Yeah, I just had some left over, so I decided to throw them in for just a different artillery piece to see on the board. Here we have the infantry. I was kind of lazy on this. I just took some British infantry and painted their bases differently in Spider-Man colors. What I've decided is the blue base means it's Commonwealth, so the British and Anzac have this color, and the red on top just means they're Canadian. Over here we have, for Global War 36, we've got the airborne, mountain infantry, a couple militia, cavalry, and marine. Here we have a new piece that's getting added to Global 36, and I'm going to add it to my Global 40 game, and this is the Corvette. Basically, they're pretty much half a destroyer, so they make them affordable. They're just an affordable piece, naval unit, for protecting convoys. So they cost 4, attack and defend at 1, and can spot subs. And since they're so weak and cheap, they can't be used as a blocker at all. So they don't even defend against 3 ships by themselves. And also they have to be chosen last in combat, so you can't just use them as cannon fodder. So yeah, I like that. They're really just for Canada to be able to post up in convoy lanes to negate Germany's efficiency. Here we have a few of their a few mechs right here. We have just 2 Russian trucks, half tracks, and a kangarooed ram tank, and this is just a motorized infantry Mack truck. Here we have the light tank, just a Polish light tank, a few self-propelled gun, tank destroyer, a couple tanks. Canada actually has a pretty cool aircraft scheme where they've got this weird yellow color, so I decided to use that as my camo. Completely different from what everyone else uses, or anyone's painted on the board. And just a few fighters, tactical bombers. I really like those. Transport plane. This is the medium bomber. I just used a German plane, but it probably won't get used too much. And the strategic bomber, which is a British plane. And that was the good thing about all this, is that I could use a lot of British pieces to paint it, and in the upcoming game I have, this will be incorporated in it, and I don't have the rules quite yet, but basically how Canada is going to work is they get to move and attack on the same turn as Anzac, but they have the same income, or I mean different split income basically. So I can't wait to see how these play in game, and I'll have a little slideshow at the end to show you some of these paint schemes in greater detail. Cobra, out.